We live in an environment where buying your morning coffee takes less than a second. There's no counting out bills, no waiting for change to be handed back. Modern payment systems are deliberately engineered to eliminate every possible micro delay between wanting something and owning it. But this speed creates a phenomenon known as digital abstraction. When our money exists only as pixels on a screen, it stops feeling like a scarce physical resource and starts feeling like an infinite abstract concept. Because the transaction requires almost zero physical effort, we bypass the part of our brain that registers loss. We just swipe, we just tap, and we consume, completely detached from the actual real-world cost. By making the exchange of money entirely invisible, we quietly strip away our instinctual ability to gauge how much we actually have left. Take Lisa. Like millions of others, she found herself caught deep inside this exact frictionless trap. Her entire financial strategy relied on spending throughout the week and checking her banking app later to see what survived. She wasn't setting proactive limits, she was just hoping the math would work out. By the time she finally logged in to look at her bank balance, the damage was already done. The numbers had dwindled, and she had no clear idea where the cash actually went. To break the cycle, she had to answer a difficult question. How do you engineer a hard stop when the digital world is built to keep you moving? She needed a hard analog limit that could override the ease of digital spending. Lisa looked a generation back for a solution. Her grandmother had successfully raised 3 children on a tight salary, decades before mobile banking existed. Her grandmother relied on the envelope method, a disciplined analog system designed to manage a household budget without a single digital tool. The rules are rigid. On payday, you calculate your total discretionary spending money for the month, and you go to the bank to withdraw every single dollar of it. You are intentionally pulling your wealth out of the digital ether and forcing it into the real world. Converting those digital digits into a physical stack of paper tethers the budget to reality, turning a vague idea into a finite resource you can hold. This diagram shows exactly how the system is structured. You take your total monthly income and split it into distinct geometric blocks based on your needs: rent, groceries, eating out, entertainment, and gas. Each of these slices corresponds to a physical envelope, and you stuff them with their exact non-negotiable cash allocation. Throughout the month, when you go to the grocery store, you can only pay using the bills pulled directly from the groceries envelope. This creates an immediate feedback loop. Every time you buy something, you visibly see the envelope getting thinner. Eventually, you reach the bottom. When discretionary envelopes, like dining out or entertainment, run dry, that marks the hard stop. The system is a closed loop. There are 0 exceptions, no overdrafts, and absolutely no borrowing from the grocery money so you can grab a latte. By turning your budget into an unyielding physical structure, going over your limit becomes mechanically impossible. When Lisa first tried this, handing over cash instead of plastic felt incredibly uncomfortable. Behavioral economists refer to this feeling as the pain of paying, a literal, measurable psychological friction that occurs when we surrender our resources. Tapping a screen feels emotionally neutral, but separating yourself from physical paper money triggers a genuine sense of loss in the brain. When you have to watch a $50 bill leave your fingers, your biological instinct to protect your remaining resources naturally kicks in. You immediately start evaluating whether the purchase is actually worth the sacrifice. The envelopes themselves aren't magic. The method succeeds purely because the psychological friction of parting with physical cash actively hurts. For the first 2 weeks, Lisa felt the friction every time she opened an envelope. But as she saw the physical cash lasting longer through the week, the dread of checking her bank balance disappeared. She knew exactly what she had left because she could see it. By setting rigid boundaries, she took a nebulous, invisible anxiety and forced it into a manageable reality. To understand your money, you have to touch it. You have to feel its weight and physically protect it. The digital world wants you to spend without thinking. Protecting yourself means making the deliberate choice to reintroduce friction back into your daily life. When you are willing to trade digital convenience for physical limits, you finally master your cash instead of letting it master you.